Good morning, everybody! It's time! It's Independent Bookstore Day! And I'm so excited. We're gonna go get some breakfast first. We also need to run to the post office. But I am trying to do all this very fast. I'm kind of challenging myself. I'm challenging myself to only spend 15 minutes in each store because I want to be back. I don't want to leave Paul alone for too long. He's not alone, but you know, it's our day. So I'm trying to get back here by 3 at the latest. I said 2 on stream, but I do need to go get him his like food and stuff. So after we settle doing all of that stuff, I'm giving myself an hour to do my like shopping errands because I need some things from now I can go to Costco and get his food and all that jazz. So we're doing that. I'm gonna go get some breakfast and yeah, I'm excited. So we have 6 or 7 stores. First store we're gonna hit is called Novel Blends. It's the one that opens the earliest, but like that's the trick of scheduling this. A is the most efficient route, and B, the timing of the store's opening, because one of these stores doesn't open until like noon, so I had to like adjust it. So Novel Blends is already open. I'm hoping to be there within the half hour. So we have Novel Blends, Books A Million, Encore, All Together Now, Gathering Volumes, Finch and Fern, Nevermore. We have seven ones. That is the current plan. 15 minutes in each. I will be timing myself. But it's Independent Bookstore Day! It's literally like my Christmas because it's separate from anything that I do. You know, it's separate from the book buying points and stuff because this is in an effort to support indie bookstores, which is very, very important, especially right now. So I love it. And plus it's my first time finding indie bookstores. Like I've only been to the little library sale one, which is great and I loved it. But I haven't had a moment to go out and do that yet. So we're gonna go experience what Ohio has to offer, at least in the northwestern area. So our first stop is all the way in Bowling Green. So it's the furthest away. It's like 30 minutes, but I'm like, I gotta go. It's called Novel Blends. It's got tea and stuff. So that's what's up. I will check in later. It is currently 10:23. We have to walk a block though because it was hard to find parking. This is kind of like an old town, little downtown-y area. So parking is a nightmare. But we're gonna give myself 15 minutes. That's it. And then we're gonna run. Okay, we have 5 minutes to spare. 5 minutes to spare. Not as many as I thought, and it was a really interesting selection. A lot of indie books. So I did pick up an indie book. I'll show you the full haul when I get back, but Noble Lands. It was a little hard to pick though because I just didn't know the title, so I had to like read and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna waste so much time just trying to figure out which one's gonna appeal to me the most. This seems like a fantasy romance, which if you know me, you know I love fantasy romance. But it's an indie book, kind of chunky. Yeah, it was an interesting selection. It was a little hard to peruse because so many of the chairs were right against the shelves and everyone was sitting in them, so I was really awkward. But, you know, we did it. We did it on time. This gives me enough time to walk back to my car because I parked so far away. There's another place called Grounds for Thought, but I think it's more art and records and stuff there. Coffee? No, it says coffee shop and bookstore. Oh no. But there's a lot of people in there. Okay. It's not on the official itinerary. That's for next time. We don't have time to waste. All right, we have made it to Books A Million. Like I said, it's exactly 11 o'clock right now. This one might be more difficult because it's a bigger store. This, I'm gonna have to go in with a plan. I take so long sometimes to lock my car because I'm like, do I have my key? Does I have my key? And I'm just sitting here, or standing here, you know, staring at my car when I've already done all the motions. Anybody else do that? Because I do. Okay. Okay, we have reached our 15 minutes. I did get my book. We went over a few seconds because of checkout line, but we did it. On to the next. Okay, and we have 5 minutes to spare. 5 minutes to spare in that one. Very cute store. It's not easy to film in or anything or even walk around. There's so many tables to dig through, which I do enjoy. But like everyone's there today because it's Independent Bookstore Day. Very, very cute though. I like that one. Where are we going next? Hold on. Encore. Encore Books, about 15 minutes away. I am behind on the schedule I wrote here, but we're relatively on time. It says that I should... Actually, no, we're exactly on time. Leave at 11:40. We're leaving at 11:37. We should arrive at Encore Books just before noon. So we're doing good. We're doing pretty darn good. And I guess Books A Million is not really an independent bookstore, but I've never been to one. So, go for Encore Books. It's a little, there's a lot of construction in this area, so I think it's quieter, which means a little bit nicer for perusing. But that doesn't mean I don't have to do 15 minutes, because I definitely do. We are 1 minute early though. Hell yeah. Okay. Standard stare at my car until I figure out that yes, I have my keys. Okay. Let's go find a book. All right, and with time to spare, 48 seconds to spare. We did actually get 2 books there because they came as a bundle, and it's a duology that I want to read, so I'm allowing it, especially because they're all used books in there. Very fun place to dig. Want more time to dig. Right, so we are headed to All Together now, which is like down the road apparently. 0.8 miles. It is 3 minutes from us. Not even gonna bother putting on my audiobook, even though I only have 11 minutes left of that book, but we're just gonna go. Alrighty, we are here. It says it's open. I don't really see lights on. This was the one that didn't open till like noon, so I guess there's records and books, so I'm gonna hope for a black and red vibe. Let's go. With 6.5 minutes to spare. That was a little harder just because there was a very limited and not at all really organized in any right way. I think it's much more of a record store than a bookstore though. Pretty quiet. Just not necessarily the vibe. I was hoping for black and red vibe. Not quite. So now we are heading to Finch and Fern. And my ETA for that is $12.50. And it's $12.24. It's our arrival for Finch and Fern. Finch and Fern is the farthest north for where we're going. 17 minutes. I think maybe I can be trusted on my own. As long as I know I'm guaranteed to get a book. I think I can be trusted. Guys, can I be trusted? I would like it to be known that I'm now a little late, not because of the store, because my stupid key wouldn't turn in the car. Like, I've hurt my hand trying to get my key to turn, and now I'm mad, and I'm hungry also, so I'm hangry. It is 1:07, so we're leaving 2 minutes late. Probably gonna stop and get some food, so I'm gonna arrive late. We're probably gonna arrive late to Nevermore, but it's fine, because we're gonna finish this before 2 o'clock. Car! Alright, we have made it here. I did stop and get some lunch real quick, so it is 1:32. We're still technically on time. I'm supposed to leave, Nevermore at 1:35 to be, like, on that schedule. I'm saying we're on time. I'll give 15 minutes, and then we're gonna do some other, like, I gotta go get baby boy his food and all that jazz. So, I think this is a success. But look at this! Look at this beautiful mural we've got here for Nevermore books. I am the birdie! We did it. We've finished. It is 1:51. We had to wait a bit though because somebody was selling books, so I took a little bit longer in there just waiting. But now I'm just gonna run and get baby boy his food, and then we'll head home and I will show you what I got. Okay, hi. We're home a little later than anticipated. It's like 3:22. It's 3:22. So I wanted to show you all the books that we got now. This is the book I got from Novel Blend. This was an indie book. I don't know if it's in local author, but it is indie. It's called Shadowcast, and this is by Crystal D. Grant. It's book 1 in the Gateway trilogy. It's definitely, it says Quill and Flame Publishing House, which I'm going with. It's either the self-published person's LLC, which is very easy to do because it does not include the price tag on the back, which is usually a requirement. For all of them, you can kind of tell by like ISBNs and stuff. So this looks like it's going to have a dual POV. We have a person who has witnessed the brutal unaliving of his brother and now seeks vengeance, but ends up being cared for by a random girl and is nursing him back to health kind of situation. So we'll see. This book is, oh, there's illustration in it. $4.88. An illustration in the back. Is there more? It looks like there's more. Oh yeah, there's some art in this. Love that. Didn't even realize that when I picked it up. But book novel was very cute. It was very different books. It looked like there was a lot more indie books within the store, and it had really cute menu. I didn't get anything that way because I saw it was all like coffee drinks. So I was like, I don't want to make you have to take, accommodate me, so I won't buy anything. But it had really cute ones. It had like a strawberry blend thing. It had these very springy flavors, it looked like. There was a few like lavender, like a honey lavender thing. Looked very, very cute. So I definitely like the vibe of the store. Even though it's all the way down in Bowling Green, it definitely had a lot of more like indie self-published books. We went to then Books A Million, which realized it's not really an indie store, but that's fine, whatever. But they did have a copy of one of my new favorite books, and so I could not resist getting a copy of When the Tides Held the Moon by Vanessa Vida Kelly. This is the only one of the pile today that I've already read, but I know that I wanted a physical copy because, as well, just like that book, this one has beautiful illustrations. It's so pretty. Like, I am yeah, I'm very, very happy. So just reading the e-arc of this book was awesome. And so I knew I wanted to see the full version of... Look at them! Oh my gosh. I love that style. Because in the e-arc, it's all black and white. There's no color to it. So where did I go after Books A Million? I went to Gathering Volumes. Gathering Volumes was this. Okay. Very chaotic store, very cramped, but so many books to sift through. It seems very popular. There was a ton of people there. And we got Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. It also has these beautiful teal sprayed edges. Very, very cute lady running that store. But I got this one within the time limit. But it was like, I felt very cramped just because of the amount of people that were in the store. But, you know, there's a lot to dig through as well. So it both had great shelving, and then it had a lot of sort of hidden shelves to dig through that I really, really liked as well. We went to Encore. And at Encore, we did get the duology pack for a discounted price of How Roy Thorne Destroyed the Multiverse and How the Multiverse Got Its Revenge by Kay Easton. I've had these on my TBR for a good long while. Encore Books was kind of like how it feels to dig through it at Black and Red. Everything was older, secondhand, and kind of really hidden. Like I found these two on a bottom little bin that was like under stuff because I was like, oh, I'm running out of time. I gotta find something. So I'm glad that I did find both of these for fairly cheap. They were already discounted. So their original price was $8 each, but then they were discounted because of the sale today and because it was a bundle. So yeah. From Encore, we went to All Together Now. And this one, I kind of had the least fun in because you walked in, it's dead silent. There's a teenager or college student, I guess, at the front desk, doesn't acknowledge you, is just on his phone. And the books are not organized in any sort of way. And there's not many books there, so it's definitely more of a record store. But I did get for $2.15 Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, which I don't normally read John Green's fiction stuff, but I think this one because it's a story of a girl who has OCD, not ACD. And I know John Green also suffers from it, so a little bit more own voices of a story. I've heard amazing things about it. I've just never read it. So, and it's in very, very decent shape copy. There was a lot of other secondhand stuff at the store, but the vibes weren't there for me with that store just because no one was there, and it felt like the kid did not want me there. He just wanted to be left on his own. So we drove all the way to Finch and Fern. Now, Finch and Fern might be my favorite out of all of these stores so far. Great vibes. It felt kind of like an old school tattered cover, I would say. It's small, but it uses its space very well, and there were a bunch of people there. There was also like a little signing for this kids book that was going on, and they had a dedicated local author table, and I asked the lady who was running the store like about it, and she's like, oh yeah, I swap them out all the time because I have so many, and I got her cards because so she wants to get mine there. But the local books, I wasn't totally interested in what was on that table at this time because there was a Why Choose, there was some more like, this is the history of Toledo kind of books, and then like a few more, they want to be, you know, spicy book talk. But speaking of spicy book talk, I did get a new Katie Robert, and it is a fancier edition of it. It has the lovely sprayed edge. Now, have I read anything Katie Robert yet? No, I have not. But I know this is like a Dracula retelling dealing with Mina, and I do love the 3 powerfully alerting vampire men and 1 queen to rule them all. Like, Katie Robert, I know this is going to be spicy, so I will definitely be reading this for a thirsty vlog. But Katie Robert as a whole is a pretty cool person, so I decided to go with this one because everything else on those shelves, it was like, I already have it, or I've already read it. So that was where it was a little difficult for me, but it's definitely a cool place to hang out. Then finally, we went to Nevermore Books. This was actually probably the closest to what Black and Red feels like to me, because you walked in, it's run by this slightly gruffer old man. and had a lot of, mass market paperbacks on the shelves mixed in. You kind of have to dig through a little bit more. But I did find a signed copy of The Book of Dust by Philip Pullman, which I have never read before. And it's signed. So that was pretty darn cool. I can never get to the signed page. There it is. It's signed. First edition signed of Book of Dust. So there we go. That is the stack. There they are. All the books that I got for Independent Bookstore Day. Huzzah. Would you like your present?
Sure.
I also, so like I said, afterwards I had to go run to Costco and get doggy food. And then there's also a TJ Maxx nearby. And the Fresh Time, because I'm getting all the sparkling waters. I found 2 more. But TJ Maxx had this lovely new tumbler for you.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it cute?
It's got chip all over
Chips all over it. And a little chip too. Yeah. I saw it. I'm like, I gotta get that for Hala.
You want a sip from my chip? Sip? No, I don't want your mouth on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, there we go. Successful Independent Bookstore Day. Support your local bookstores. Bye! Honey, is that yours? I don't think that's yours.
It is washed up here.